Well guys, over spring break I decided to give the popular and controversial film American Sniper a viewing. While I won't go into detail as to how I felt about the film, let's just say that it wasn't the worst film Eastwood has made recently, but it also wasn't his best. However, I feel like I need to discuss a few certain issues involving this film and another little film that came out last December you probably heard of called The Interview. What is the main issue about this? Well, let us dive into this week's edition of The Rant. One of the most prominent words associated with both American Sniper and The Interview was patriotism. It was hard to look through social media in December and January without seeing several friends and family members talking about how patriotic it is to go see both of these films, though for different reasons. This is funny for me personally because all I saw in both those films was an Oscar bait war film and an excellent marketing ploy for a Seth Rogen and James Franco film that was going to bomb on Christmas Day without some sort of help. Look, for The Interview specifically, I'm not putting my tinfoil hat on and saying that Sony hacks were fabricated solely to market the film, but you can't help but agree that the Seth Rogen and Franco film were helped by the hacks. And it got a lot more than it did with the initial advertising alone, especially with a truckload of other films coming out that same Christmas Day. Heck, I even think the film was hurt by the hacks in some way because it just couldn't meet the hype that was created through weeks and weeks of controversy. Overall, I liked The Interview, and I'd watch it again, but I honestly felt more tricked than patriotic while initially watching it. Now on to American Sniper. One of the biggest problems with the buzz surrounding this film is that a lot of people who enjoyed it took offense towards those who didn't, even going as far as questioning one's own faith to their country. Just to clarify, not everyone who enjoyed this movie are like that, though it is hard to ignore those who do act this way because I cannot fathom this way of thinking. American Sniper is entertainment. It is not a special film that makes you more or less patriotic depending on how you view it. It is a film funded by a corporation, focus tested to be appealing to the majority and to get as much money as possible from us, the consumers. Questioning another person's patriotism should not involve a Bradley Cooper vehicle directed by Dirty Harry, especially one that comes out in January. In the end, it's going to be weird having to describe the situation to future generations as to why these two films in particular caused so much controversy in such a short amount of time. It's going to be difficult and a bit embarrassing when we tell them how two heavily funded and, in my opinion, mediocre films caused so many to question each other's love of country. Thankfully, it seems like the situation that'll be laughed off and deemed silly as time passes. Plus, we don't need these films to feel patriotic. We already have the best patriotic symbol currently. Isn't that right, Captain America? I'm Logan Sowash. That was my rant. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Logan. Now, we have to go to a break, but you won't necessarily need to think of sticking around for the final word as your patriotic duty.
We can, however, promise intriguing discussion and entertainment. So, stick around.